Hey guys, Jed10, aka Jed here, and welcome to today's snowboard question. So today we have a question from a guy who's learning to ride switch on his snowboard, and he wants to know, do I need a twin-shaped snowboard or can I learn to ride switch on a directional snowboard? And if I do ride switch on a directional snowboard, do I need to make any major binding adjustments, or is there anything I have to do to prepare my board to ride switch? And firstly, to answer your question, no, you don't need a twin snowboard to ride switch. There's so many people that ride switch on a directional snowboard, so many amazing pros that ride switch on directional snowboards. It's not a big deal, honestly. I think even Sean White, if I'm not mistaken, rides switch on a directional snowboard, so it's not a big deal. You can ride switch on a directional snowboard, it just takes a bit of getting used to. And for those who don't understand what I'm talking about right now, basically, a twin-shaped snowboard is where the nose and the tail of the snowboard are identical. So you can ride it switch, you can ride it regular, and there's absolutely no difference how you mount your bindings. But with a directional snowboard, the nose and tail aren't the same. So they make it so that they're made for riding regular. But you can ride switch on them, it's no big deal. It just means that they're a little bit better for riding regular than switch. But again, no big deal. You can ride switch on them. And to answer your second question, if you ride switch on a directional snowboard, no, you don't have to make any major adjustments to your bindings. You don't have to change your bindings to goofy to ride switch on them. It's fine. You want to be able to ride your regular setup on your snowboard switch. So you don't have to change your bindings around or anything like that. And honestly, if you have to change your bindings around every time you want to ride switch, it's going to be a big hassle. So yeah, no one does that. You're absolutely fine to ride switch on your directional snowboard as is. The only thing I'll say is that you probably want a little bit of angle on your rear binding. So for example, I ride a lot of switch. So I ride 12 degrees on my front binding, 12 degrees or minus 12 degrees on my back binding. So 12 minus 12. And that's so that I have my feet pointing out on both sides, and that just helps me when I'm riding switch. But again, it's not compulsory, you don't have to do that. I know a guy, Neil Connolly, he rides for Billabong, at least I think he does. He might not ride for Billabong anymore, but he's a pro snowboarder. He rides, I think something like 0, 0 or positive 3 and 0 on his back binding. So he rides fine switch, he kills it, he's better than me. So yeah, you don't have to make any major adjustments. Don't worry too much about that. It's all about getting used to it mainly. It's about getting used to riding switch on your directional snowboard. Once you're used to it, it's fine. So don't be held back by that. You can ride switch just fine on a directional snowboard, go for it. And just remember, when it comes to riding switch, it's all about remembering back to your lessons with snowboarding, remembering back to how to make each turn. So you have to think about, okay, my hand moves here, my body goes here, I start turning into the turn, I put my weight a little bit forward here. It's all about remembering how you make your snowboard turns and doing the exact same thing switch. So I hope that answers your question. If you have any other questions, feel free to let me know in the comments below. And if you're interested in advancing your snowboard freestyle, you want to take your freestyle to the next level, here's some free snowboard trick tip videos and freestyle training where I go way more in depth than on YouTube. I break down individual tricks like butter tricks, ollies, 180s, all sorts of other cool freestyle tricks. And that's absolutely free. So if you're interested in advancing your snowboard freestyle, join my snowboard training course here, and I'll see you guys inside. Alright, so take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.